Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Сегодня у нас в гостях Санскар. Он родился и вырос в Индии, сейчас живет в Америке, и он говорит на двух языках, на английском и на хинди. Он любит путешествовать. Санскар также участвует в проекте, который называется Vegan Tracker. И на сайте vegantracker.com вы можете посмотреть, как он ездит по разным странам и городам и пробует разную вегетарианскую еду. Сегодня мы узнаем, как чувствуют себя люди, которые говорят на хинди. Я думаю, что неплохо. Мой первый вопрос. Can you tell me, please, about how many letters do you have in Hindi?
Wow, I actually never counted them, but it's definitely more than English. It's something maybe 40? I'm actually not sure.
Something like this, yes. And it's not so important. The most important thing that in Russian, for example, we don't have this difference between like short R and long R, for example, come and calm.
Yeah.
I don't know if I pronounce it rightly.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yes. When you hear some foreign people speak in Hindi, do you notice this difference?
I do notice this difference, but then it's all about the context. So if I can understand rest of the sentence, I can, figure out what they're trying to say based on the context. But yeah, if someone just approaches me and says, what is the meaning of this? And if they're pronouncing it wrong, then it would be difficult for me to understand what they're trying to say. I would rather say, please put it in a sentence. And yeah. So
can you please pronounce less and job? Can you pronounce like in Hindi?
Less and job. Okay. So less is come and job is calm.
Really
they both can have many different meanings, but yeah, job, calm.
मुझे काम करना है, मुझे कम करना है.
मुझे कम काम करना है.
Good one. I also know that in Hindi, actually in alphabet you have two letters like Z and J. But in real life, people all the time like mix them. Maybe only my experience. But what do you think about this? Yes, you speak English. You can hear the difference between Z and J.
Definitely.
But in Hindi, you pay more attention for this or not?
I do, and I think I have done this mistake also previously. But it depends more on the different regions because different accent dialects have used this word differently. For example, when I say I had fun, like fun is maja, like maja aa gaya. But it's very common in Delhi if you see people saying maza aa gaya, but that is not the correct pronunciation. So in Hindi, the real original Hindi words we use both ja. So like jami, like jivan, which is actually I mean maja, something like that. Za is more common in Urdu. So some words that have been taken from Urdu are imported in Hindi, so they have more za. And people in different regions, they do this mistake, and but yeah, it's important to understand. But it doesn't make that much difference. If someone is saying ja or za, we understand.
Okay, okay. So there's few words that you can mix them.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
However, writing, you will definitely not get marks if you write it wrong. While speaking, you can be forgiven.
Okay. One other word I will always remember because of international popularity was this word is in Italian is pizza. In Russian it's also pizza. But in Hindi it's written like pizza. And people always tell pija.
Pija. It's definitely because how it's written in English, and not many Indians know the rules of like how Italian word, like there are two Z's and it's like za. But so when we see two Z's or two Z's, we just directly converted it to za. So that's why pizza. And now again, like I said, like some people are not able to say za, or they're not habitual to say za, so they say ja, pija. Actually, my parents, my mom herself says pija, so
the most common pronunciation in India is pija. I know that in Hindi you have particular sound that you can't meet anywhere in the world, like r and r.
Yes.
I don't know if I pronounced it correctly, but
it was good.
But always when I see the translation in Latin letters, they put it like d or like r sometimes
Yeah.
are. What do you think about these sounds? Do you use it like d or it's like r? Like for example, a boy or a girl, like ladka, ladki. Do you pronounce it?
I do. Ladka, ladki. It's different. It's difficult to write in English because there is no such word. But you know, like in mobile phone, now we write in English letters, so I would use more D over there. Yeah.
Yes.
But definitely, it's one of the difficult letter to pronounce for some people.
Do you substitute the English D to d, to Indian d?
Duh. Yeah.
Because for me it's like two different sounds, but for most of Indians like put the Indian d instead of j in English.
Day, birthday. Yeah, actually we do. Yeah. We have duh, duh, ra, and it could be D or DH. Yeah.
So for you it's like the same.
Because there are only 26 letters in English, and somehow we have to like make it work. Like there are some languages in India, like Malayalam, where they have a letter called R, and to have that in English we write ZH or ZH. So first time as a North Indian I would say Z, like there's a place called Kozhikode. So it's, you see it's ZH, Kozhikode, but it's actually Kozhikode. So yeah, so we have less letters in English, so somehow we need to, you know, define our own rules to transliterate something from Indian languages to English.
And one more question about the phonetics. Can you distinguish people from the south of India speaking Hindi from people from north of India speaking Hindi?
Definitely. It's more about difference in accent, and also sometimes a little bit grammar. But yeah, definitely we can understand. The people from South India may mistake something with masculine and feminine, like ka, ki, ke, like all those things. So there they can have some mistake and the accent, but it's understandable. I think Hindi, and it could be my personal opinion, if you say it wrong or if you jumble things here and there in your sentence, it is still understandable. But when I would try to speak some other language, like let's say South Indian language, and if I messed up something, some word, some pronunciation, some word order, then it's not understandable at all. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have seen this kind of experience myself. But Hindi, if a foreigner is trying to speak, or someone whose Hindi is not the native language is trying to say something, it is still understandable.
And can you understand people from Pakistan speaking what?
Urdu. So it's really funny. I have so many stories because now I came to USA and I met so many people from Pakistan which I had never seen back in India. So, and we know we have tension between each other, but we still try to be over friendly to each other. So this guy, we are talking in English and he's like, do you speak in Hindi? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I speak in Urdu also. So let's talk with each other in our languages. So I'm speaking Hindi, he's speaking Urdu, and we are talking fine, you know, it's the same. So it's pretty interesting. I understand everything. And the new generation, so yeah, Urdu, if you go like really deep, it's a really beautiful language, and if someone knows really well, I might not understand them. Same in Hindi, if someone knows really well Hindi, really deep, the person who speaks Urdu might not understand them. But we like are now young generation, a lot of difficult words have been replaced by English, so these languages are even similar, like the language of the common people, Urdu or Hindi is even similar. So when I was in USA, my friends who were Americans or Europeans, they would come to me like, Sanskar, when you talk to other Indians, you talk in English. But when you talk to Pakistanis, you talk in Hindi. Like, what is this? Like, why do you talk to someone from different country in your language? I was like, well, it's same as my language, whereas the South Indian language is completely different, so I don't understand them. Little bit I do, but it's different. So to answer your question, I think as the time is progressing and the difficult words are being replaced by easier or English words, the difference in Hindi and Urdu has even like reduced compared to before.
It's an interesting opinion, because my opinion is like there is no like languages, Urdu and Hindi. There are styles, like official styles, and you as you said, if you go deeper, as language I studied, it was like official should
Right.
Hindi,
That
like
is true.
write Hindi. And when I speak and write Hindi in the street, nobody understands me. Like I would say like avashakta,
Yeah.
and people like what? English, please.
That is true.
And I feel like awkward. That's why I think it's like more artificial thing that not a lot of people understand.
Right.
And for me, it's like the difference between Hindi and Urdu grammatically doesn't exist.
Right.
But lexically, it can exist in some other like upper levels.
True, like the words. The words itself can be different, and you're right, like the textbook Hindi and textbook Urdu may be very different, and someone can definitely argue that they are completely different languages. But you're right, they might not be the languages, but they are derivative. Even Hindi is a derivative, Urdu is a derivative. And if you remove those textbook language and the way you talk, communicate people on the street, it's the same then.
Even I think that there is a bigger difference between some Indian dialects than between Hindi and Urdu. For example, if you go to Rajasthan or more in the south, where some dialects of Hindi exist, you can't understand anything.
Yeah.
Yes. What about your experience with Indian dialects? Have you heard something like Marwari, Haryanvi?
Yes, definitely. And personally, my experience has not been very good. And it's just me. I know my friends, they all understand Punjabi, Haryanvi, and different dialects which are around Delhi. I'm from Delhi. But I, for some reason, always had difficulties. My parents, they love like very pure version of Hindi, and that's what we speak at home. But if you go outside in Delhi, they have the different dialects, and especially like I would take a bus, or if I would take a taxi, the driver would be speaking in a very, very, you say something like strict dialect kind of words, and I wouldn't understand, and I would be like, what are you saying? Can you speak in Hindi? And they're like, Hindi bol raha hu. He's like, I'm speaking in Hindi. So it was difficult personally for me, but my friends, they understand, and it's possible that someone else from Delhi will give you another opinion that it's no difference and it's all understandable. But for me, it was difficult. For me, it was easier to learn because I lived in Bangalore for a few years. So for me, it was easier to learn and grasp words from Kannada, which is their language. Because even if Kannada you take like really deep, it kind of has many Sanskrit words, and same in Hindi, so you can connect. But it's not the case in these dialects around Delhi. It has not that many words from Sanskrit. I mean, obviously the structure is same, but it's more derivative now. And this is what they told. I did not do research like you do language research, but I think that even Hindi was like that before. Hindi was kind of a strict, we say khadi bhasha, I don't know how to translate that in English. There's some like strict dialect, but after the independence of India, the government wanted to make Hindi as the national language because it was very popular after Urdu. But Urdu became Pakistan's national language, so Indian didn't want to make that as their national language. So Hindi as such, nobody would have accepted that as their language because it's so strict and it's nothing special. So the government, they tried specially to introduce more Sanskrit word, make it refined, just so that it becomes more acceptable. So Hindi itself was like that before. People who probably live in that region, they understand all those dialects, all those differences. But I learned more textbook kind of Hindi in the beginning. So for me, it has been difficult to understand some of the dialects.
Of course, I can understand you. I know that in Hindi you have 3 types of referentials. Like, for example, tu, tum,
Right.
up. Can you explain me with whom you use more? Tu, with whom you would use tum, and with whom up?
Yeah. So always with my parents, it's up. Anybody I meet new, a new person or an elder person, I always say up. So it could be relatives or some older person on the street or anyone new, I will always refer to them as up. Now, let's say we meet more often and we're becoming friends, and we will go to tum and we start talking in tum way. And then finally, when you're really good friends or you're really close or you're like brothers, sisters, you use tu. Interestingly, with my brother, and my brother also calls me tum and I call him tum, but I have not seen this in Delhi in any other place. All the brothers, sisters, they say tu, or like very informal language. But for some reason with me and my brother, we say tum, and my family, my mom and dad definitely up.
And they called you tu or tum?
My parents, they call me tum. So we don't have any tu in my family at least. And it could be because my family comes from UP, which was Uttar Pradesh. So there is less tu. First time I heard when I came to Delhi. I was 5 years old and I thought it was very rude that someone is calling me tu. But then I grew up in Delhi, so it's fine. I call my friends tu. But within family, it's tum.
And your parents, between each other, what form they use?
Tum.
Tum.
Yeah.
You just don't...
There is no tu at all. But this is just in my family. I have so many friends in Delhi. I live there, and everywhere it's tu. With parents and children, it's aap. But tu is also okay sometimes. I have seen some Bollywood movies, old movies, where kid is calling his mom tu.
Oh, really?
So yeah, that is there. But yeah, it's tu is possible in Delhi for sure.
And I don't know if you participate in praying or puja. If you refer to some god or goddess, what form would you use?
It depends. It could be tu also. I actually have not seen aap in artis and pujas. It's tu. Yeah, I actually will have to refer that. I never did something like I just listened. So I don't think I'm the best person to answer this question.
Okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
As you know, in Russian we have cases: accusative case, nominative case. In Hindi you have only nominative case and direct and indirect object together. And sometimes even you don't use this case. Like in Russian we would say "Я видел кошку", "Я видел собаку". In Hindi you would say something like "I've seen a dog", да?
मैंने कुत्ता देखा.
And sometimes you can say मैंने कुत्ते को देखा.
कुत्ते को देखा. Actually, that's right. So about cases and all, definitely my knowledge is really bad. First time when I learned cases when I was learning Russian. So that is why learning cases for Russian for me has been difficult because I don't understand them. And yes, there are cases in English probably, but also English I did not learn very grammatically. I just started speaking, talking with people, and I learned it. So actually when you told me about this case in Hindi, it was first time I was listening. I was like, oh wow, cool, we have 2 cases, nice. So definitely my dad would be better to answer this question, but you're right. I can say मैंने कुत्ते को देखा or मैंने कुत्ता देखा. It's both the same. And
you're quite casual with cases.
Casual, yeah, we're quite casual with cases. We can probably remove them whenever we want if it makes us easier. But I'm thinking what I would say by myself. I would say मैंने कुत्ता देखा. Yeah, so yeah, I probably won't use the other case.
Okay. I know that in Hindi you have a special word for telling 1.5 and 2.5. It's fantastic. Can you tell me like 1.5 and 2.5?
1.5 is der and 2.5 is dhai.
Fantastic.
It's really funny because I did not know these words until I learned how to read time. And I always say sade ek, which means 1.5 or sade do. And my brother and my friends will make fun of me like, what is sade ek? What is sade do? It's like der and dhai, like 130 or 230. And in terms of rupees, 150 or 250, like 1.5 or 2.5 is always there and high. So it's quite interesting, even if it was new for me. But yeah, these are 2 words. And if you say if you say sade ek, sade do, then definitely it's funny.
Yes, once I made the same mistake in Allahabad, and people were like, what time? We are meeting. What time? Okay, nice. Yes. It's funny that in Hindi you don't have a difference between yesterday and tomorrow. I was like, it was not a big problem because you put the verb at the end, so you definitely know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But one context was so specific for me that I was like, no, how do they don't have this difference? For example, if you want to say yesterday meeting and tomorrow meeting, how would you tell this in Hindi?
Kal meeting, kal meeting. I would definitely give a context. Kal meeting में आना है और कल meeting हुई थी. Kal meeting में आए थे. So definitely like how you're saying that you understand with the context. So yes, I would definitely go with the context because in English it is really common say tomorrow meeting, today meeting, yesterday's meeting. It's like very small, but I would not like to be so vague. I would definitely write a little bit more. That kal meeting hai, kal meeting thi, something like that. Definitely. I don't think just kal meeting would make sense.
I know that in India you use like this. It means, what does it mean?
Actually, it's really funny, and this means it could mean okay, it could mean yes, it could mean agreed. So again, context. It's really funny, and for me, I've been very flexible person since the beginning. And I was invited by one of the Russian family, and they were asking what would you like tea or coffee? And I was Indian, so I was like, and like, what does it mean? And tea or coffee? And I wanted to say anything is fine actually. Okay, okay, but yeah, I understand. Like you have to give straight answer, yes or no. But in India, this could mean yes. Or okay means theek hai, or agreed like okay, which is also okay. Okay, so yeah, it's confusing. But there is actually a very funny video which I saw a few days ago, and there are a lot of things like if you do really quickly, it means that decision has been made, or something like that. There are a lot of ways where Indians can nod their heads.
Yes, it was many times. It happened to me in India when I came to Rickshawala to go somewhere, and I told them I want to go there.
So
What do you mean? It's like, it's okay, I'm going there. We are going there. We are not going there. What's going on?
Yeah. So I can give a little bit more on this. Basically, in North or South is also differs on how they shake their or nod their heads. So in North is always it's okay or agreed. Very rarely it is yes. Yes is always like this. And because it's our culture, we probably do not say right ahead yes. So we would say okay. Like if you ask me coffee, I would like okay.
And I don't mind.
I don't mind if you don't give me or give me. I will take it if you give me. So okay, rather than yes, I want coffee. And that's what I was looking for. So this is some cultural issue, so you will say that more North Indians saying okay or yes like that, but we definitely say yes like that. At least I or my friends, everyone I know is definitely yes like that. But in South, yes is this for sure. For sure it is this, yes, and okay, agreed, everything is like that. And even we had this issue being an Indian. Me, my parents and like my entire family actually, we went to South India for travel, like for 1 month. It was back in 1997. I was a kid, and my dad would ask someone in the bus if this bus is going to that direction, and the guy in the bus, because we didn't have glass windows, it's open. So one of the passengers in the bus says, yes, it will go. And my dad thought he's saying no, so he asked the conductor, and the conductor said in Hindi, yes, jayegi, it will go. So my dad, but this guy was saying no. I'm like, but I got it. Like, Dad, no, he was not saying no. He was saying yes in this style. So even for us, it could be difference. But I always, when I was in India, I always thought that this is something only done by South Indians and not North Indians. But then I went to USA, I realized that actually everybody in India does that. It's an Indian thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you say no?
No is always like no.
No. I've seen something like this. I don't know. Maybe only in Agra. They like, it means like, no, we are not going.
No. It could be something else. Like this is like, what's up?
Okay.
What's up? Or something like, come with me. Come. I don't know if you do that. Come.
Like this.
This is what's up.
Yeah. Okay. What's up?
And this is
I need
come.
to go to the train station. What's up?
Yeah, if he wants to flirt, hey, is this train going? How are you doing?
Yeah.
So,
And in Agra they said that this gesture, it's like a bad one.
this?
This one.
No.
No.
No. So this obviously means thumbs up. It's good. Okay.
Okay.
But in South, it could mean this guy is trying to ask a question like, what? What's up? What's up? And that's how people fight on the road. Like in Delhi, if you bang someone's car, they will come out their car and start beating each other, which is really bad. I don't suggest you to do that. But in Bangalore, they would not touch each other, but they were like, what's up? What's up? Why? What are you doing? But they will not touch. But this means what's up, and it's done. Not what's up like what's up, what's going on, but something like kind of threatening. Like,
okay.
What the hell is wrong with you? Something like that.
Or challenge. Yeah.
Something like challenging, or arguing or questioning, something like that. But it's very difficult to explain. But this is some very strong gesture. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not something. It's not like middle finger. It's not bad.
In the north, they like.
You're like, yeah.
What? What do you want?
What? Yeah, this is very common, and this means kya, like, or what? What are you saying? Or I cannot hear, or I don't understand. Like, I don't know.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for the interview. It was amazing. It was so much information about India. Спасибо большое нашему гостю. Спасибо большое, что посмотрели наше замечательное интервью о хинди. Если у вас есть вопросы, задавайте их в комментариях. А в следующий раз мы поговорим о новом, очень интересном языке, о котором вы узнаете в следующем видео. До свидания, всего доброго.
До свидания.